This is real depressing to talk about, but it has to be talked about. Allver's rising, soul family, peace to the god stars and goddesses. But look, all of these things that you always hear about melanated, every melanated person is super athletic. I'm gonna tell you right now that is not true, soul family. That's not true. That's not true all the time. Like when you look at the countries like USA, Canada, and UK, melanated people in those countries, melanated people for the large majority in the countries of UK, USA, and Canada, especially in the southern states of USA, melanated people are out of shape over there. So like this whole thing about every melanated skin person, every aka every Afro hair African Caribbean looking person is athletic, that is not true. If these melanated people did not grow up in the African countries or the Caribbean countries, they are not athletic. They are not athletic freaks of nature. You want to know why? Why you think majority of melanated people in the country of USA, UK, and Canada are obese? Why do you think that? Why you think a large percent of melanated skin people that got this afro hair, why do you think a lot of these melanated afro hair people in the countries of USA, Canada, and USA, they can't do jumping jacks for 1 minute. They can't jog for 1 minute. They can't do a one leg jump for 1 minute. They can't even they can't even squat for like 25 seconds. And we hear all this stuff about melanated people are super athletic. You want to know where all the super athletic melanated people are at? African countries, Caribbean countries. Go to Nigeria right now. Like you even seen videos. Goku Pump. He went to Nigeria. Every melanated skin person was super athletic, and they don't even like pursue the career of trying to be an athlete, but they are super athletic, keeping up with their fitness, man. The melanated women in Nigeria, super athletic, freaks of nature, and they don't even pursue a career in athletics. But the melanated women in Nigeria are super athletic. Melanated women in Jamaica, Trinidad, Saint Lucia, all the Caribbean, all the African countries, they are super athletic freaks of nature. None of the melanated women in the African and Caribbean countries are obese or anorexic. But you go to the country of USA, go to the country of UK, go to the country of Canada, it's a bunch of melanated women in the Western countries that are obese or anorexic. Taking up the mentality of these European women. Because if you look at the history of European women during colonization, a lot of the European women they were like obese women. That's facts. And a lot of the melanated women that were slaves sent over to UK, USA, and Canada, they took up the mentality of European women and just be fat slobs looking like whales. But a lot of melanated women in the Caribbean countries and African countries, they don't be looking like whales. The melanated males in the African and the Caribbean countries, they don't be looking like whales. They are lean, muscular machines. They are either lean, muscular machines, or they are buff, stocky machines. Like, come on, man. Like I'm gonna tell you right now. If you were to see a random melanated person, if you were to see a random melanated person in a place like Alabama or Mississippi or Louisiana, I guarantee you majority of these melanated females and melanated males in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama, they are not going to be no athletic freaks of nature. They are going to be fat slobs, can't move a bone, can't move a muscle at all. They can't even stretch. Because most melanated people in USA, UK, and Canada, all they do, all they do is be alcoholics. The highest rate of alcoholics is in the countries of UK, Canada, and USA. In the southern states in USA. And like, you know, just because, and I could prove this to be a fact because people could look on my social medias, man. They see I'm athletic, but that doesn't mean every single melanated person is athletic just because I'm one of the few that individual could see that doing athletic things, and they just assume other people that look like me and have my hair, have my skin tone, can just all of a sudden be athletic people. That's not right. Because I'm gonna tell you this, like, you know, you could meet a melanated skin person. You can meet a melanated skin person today that's like a needle in a haystack, that's living out somewhere in United Kingdom, USA, and Canada, that's like super athletic. But that does not mean just because that needle in the haystack melanated person is super athletic, walking on their hands, doing headstands, doing stunts, doing gymnastics, doing back flips, front flips, 720 spins in the air, that does not mean that their biological father, mother, sisters, cousins, and a bunch of locals of melanated people can do the same thing that that melanated person can do that's a needle in a haystack. That does not mean that, you know, just because, like, let's say, for example, let's say someone meet me. Let's say someone meet me in Kansas. Let's say someone meet me in Kansas, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, Louisiana, or any place in USA. Just because individuals see me do athletic things and I'm a melanated skin person, that does not mean other melanated skin people that look like me can do the same thing. That would be a terrible assumption. Imagine an individual sees me and they see me do athletic things, and they would just assume, well, are every melanated skin person is just like you? Can they do the athletic things that you do? And then they see these other melanated people that can't do the athletic things that I do. They be shocked. So it goes to show, not every melanated skin person is athletic, soul family. I'm telling you right now. Look at how USA is. Genetic modified alcohol, genetic modified cigarettes, genetic modified almost everything. And this genetic modified things in the country of USA, UK, and Canada, and in the lifestyles of these job organizations is the reason why a lot of melanated skin people are fucking fat slobs looking like whales and shit. And they can't do athletic things even if life depended on it. No willpower can even help them. No willpower can even help these fat slob, overweight, whale-looking melanated people in USA, UK, and Canada to do athletic things if life depended on it. Because melanated people in USA, UK, and Canada, they are nothing like the melanated people in the African and Caribbean countries. Melanated people in the African and Caribbean countries are one of the most athletic people that we have seen. Look at these Caribbean festivals in Trinidad and St. Lucia in Jamaica and all these. Look at the melanated women and men over there. The melanated men and women in the Caribbean countries and these Caribbean festivals, they literally are super athletic, and they are like hypermobile. They are hypermobile. The men and women in the Caribbean countries and the African countries are hypermobile, and they are hyper flexible. But you can't say the same thing about these melanated people in USA, UK, and Canada. And we all know the most athletically disabled melanated people in the whole earth are the melanated people in the southern states in USA. We know that. We know that. This is all I'm going to say, soul family. I'm not going to keep this too long.